Well, the prime minister is marrying his first cousin.
Right. So if he's doing it, he's a big representation of the community. So they see him doing it, and they know for sure they're gonna do it too.
Well, they don't see it as being looked at as wrong. I mean, and again, it ain't our business.
Nah, it ain't. What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets React, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we are back with another American reaction. We're super excited about this video, guys. If you're new to us and we're new to you, make sure you scroll down, hit the red subscribe button, and turn on the post notification bell.
Because we're on the road to 50K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, all right?
Thanks.
Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
These are shocking laws that are okay in Japan but illegal around the world.
Let's see it. Let's see it. See, Japan is huge.
Right.
So I know they got a lot of things to, they got a lot to work with.
What could
So
possibly
made
be
videos
illegal?
before on things that you can't do in Japan because of Japanese law, or unknown laws here in Japan that could get you arrested. But this time I wanted to switch things up and show you guys some laws here in Japan that are actually legal but are illegal in the rest of the world. Many think that Japan is a very strict country, and rightfully so, but when you hear some of these Japanese laws, you may be scratching your head. And to be clear from the start, I don't recommend doing any of these things.
Okay.
I'm not providing legal advice, and this is for entertainment only. But like always, before I start, if you want to see what I'm doing on the daily, check out my Instagram account. If you guys want to help support the channel, then check out my Japan merch. And if you have any questions about Japan...
Speaking of merch, yo, shout out to that hoodie.
Oh, and let me know in the comments how these laws compare to your country and if you agree or disagree with any of them. Alright, let's do this. Number 1, age of consent. This one is a much debated topic in Japan today, but the legal age of consent is 13 years old in Japan, and one of the lowest in the world. Age of consent referring to the minimum age at which a person is considered to be capable of giving consent to sexual acts. In fact, this has been part of the Japan Penal Code since...
Now it makes sense why there's so many people in Japan.
Really? 13?
That is really young. That is really young, and again, that is really young. And I don't even want to go into details about it, but I just don't. I mean, hey, I made my comment.
I'm just thinking of myself as a female at 13 and like how, at that age and how I'm so different now and it's... No. No way. I know. Think about people who groom young girl. I'm just flabbergasted. I can't even get my thoughts out.
That's why he made us comment. He said, y'all don't try this wherever you at. Don't try this. Because we know for sure that's not flying out here.
13?
That's not flying at all.
That's school age.
Yo,
that's before high school. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's not... I mean, and again, I know the mindsets out there are probably 10 times different because of just that one thing. Like, you got to think about it. The ladies or the young girls out there, when they are groomed at 13, to be 13 years old, their mindset has a already understanding of what their encounter may look like in life.
Right.
But I don't... Like, that's a baby. I mean, that's a baby. Like...
That's a teenager, just freshly...
But hey, you know what? Japan has they doing something though. I mean, that's what they got going on. That's what they got going on.
They doing something.
It's a lot of people out there.
You were talking about
that is a lot of people. So it makes sense at a certain point on why this population is so massive. This can play a big role. 13. Like I wonder what's the age of young ladies getting pregnant. Like what's that age gap? Like the beginning stage. What's the beginning stage of a pregnancy out there for them? Right. Because there's a bar graph for everything. So what is the bar graph for them of women getting pregnant out there? Right. Are they waiting for marriage? Like,
it's... I don't know how to word this question, but like, statistically, like, do they have like a large amount of people who have teenage pregnancies there? Because, each culture is different.
They might not even be a thing. They may not even be teenagers at 13. They may just be looked at as adults.
Well, what age is an adult there?
Shoot. I mean, and again, I have no idea. And if that's the case, they may be tried as an adult at that age as well.
I don't know. I just feel like this easy fall in the cracks when, you know, something happens that shouldn't happen.
Yeah, that's
you know.
That was a banger. That started the video off crazy.
Yes,
I don't want to know. I don't want to know what else they got going on.
Let's see.
Let's check it out, though.
1907. More than 100 years without change. Interestingly, most prefectures in Japan have statutes and local ordinances that raise the effective age between 16 and 18 years old. While at the same time leaving some gray area for specific cases. At the end of the day, though, the national age of consent in Japan is 13 years old. Number 2, marrying cousins.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord, it's getting worse, see?
It's legal in Japan to marry your first cousin.
Oh,
like
first cousin?
These laws in the video, it may be legal in some countries, or if you're from the U.S., in your state. But the truth is, in other parts of the world, marrying your first cousin is still against the law. So I thought this one was worth mentioning. This law dates all the way back to Japan's Meiji period, when it was passed in 1898. It's common enough in Japan that there's a word for it, itako-kon. In fact, there have been many famous and well-known people in Japan who have married their first cousin. For example, Japan's 56th Prime Minister, who's the grandfather of Japan's more recent Prime Minister, Abe, was married to his first cousin. There were even 2 Prime Ministers after him who were also married to their first cousin. One of the reasons for this law was to allow families to keep their wealth within their family. Fortunately, for those living in Japan today who also want to legally spend the rest of their life with their first cousin, Japan is all for it. Number 3.
Oh, no, wait, okay.
I don't know how to make comments to this.
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
This reminds me of a movie that I watched in middle school. And it was about, I don't know, my English teacher like really scarred me with this movie. It was about the whole family it was an ancestral family. They all married each other, had children, so they had a lot of deformities and all of that. First cousins, that's close. That's like our children marrying our nieces and nephews.
Yeah, and I don't like how my mind works sometimes because I instantly try to make it make sense. And I'm like, okay, wealth inside the family. Okay.
Not wealth.
But
they hold on, they call it keeping the blood pure.
Keep it in the blood pure. I'm like, okay, but I can't make it make sense. I mean, because obviously out here where we are, we don't think on that type of level. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, first cousin? Oh, of course, yeah.
Maybe not. No, because I've seen that before.
It happens, and I don't.
It's just rare.
Is it illegal out here?
In the States, no.
I don't think it's illegal in the States where we are, but it's not normalized.
I don't think it's first cousins. I think you have to be third.
Girl, sound like we agreeing with this.
No, that's the laws. Like they allow it, you know. I think it has to be a third cousin. I don't know. I would have to go see it. It's just not something I've been interested in.
Yeah.
So I haven't, I think it's your third cousin.
Nor grown to think like that either.
Right, like there's so many other people.
So the question is like, is it so many people?
Yeah, why your family?
The question is like, are they being groomed to think on these levels? Because if these are laws that's legal out there, like what are they doing to keep these laws active? Because obviously they got it till today.
Well, the Prime Minister is marrying his first cousin.
Right. So if he's doing it, he's a big representation of the community. So they see him doing it and they know for sure they're going to do it too.
Well, they don't see it as being looked at as wrong. I mean, and again, it ain't our business.
Nah, it ain't.
So this is an interesting one. In Japan, you can sue someone for defamation if they damage your honor, aka public image, even if the statements are true. This one kind of blew my mind since I'm from the US and we understand defamation to be the oral or written communication of a false statement about another that unjustly harms their reputation and usually constitutes a tort or crime. But in Japan, hurting someone's honor or even hurting a
well, I'm gonna just go ahead and say what our news today now media, people thrive off of bashing the next person. You know what I'm saying? So they're definitely minding their business. Yeah. If you're gonna get sued for talking down on somebody publicly,
even a lie with your friend.
Yeah, it's no gossip. I see. Little to none.
I like that.
That's a good law that's gonna keep people straight and narrow.
Yep.
Company's honor is protected by law, despite the statements being true. I should note though that many laws in Japan leave a lot of gray area, but the main 3 criteria for defamation in Japan is 1. The statement is shared with the general public. 2. It reveals specific facts whether true or not. And 3. damages one's honor, either socially, their value, or how they value themselves. So for example, telling your coworkers or the public that your married boss is having an affair with someone, even though it's completely true, is considered defamation in Japan. Even online statements, if the 3 previously mentioned criteria are met, can be considered defamation. There are exceptions though, such that you're stating facts about public interest, or you're a whistleblower to expose company fraud. But at the end of the day, the Japanese law is to protect individuals and companies from malicious actors that intend to do their honor.
Hold up. All these TikTokers out here who be, telling company secrets. Ooh, you're going to jail if you live in Japan.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Well, not jail, but you're coughing up some money.
Yeah, you're going to be coughing up some money. Definitely coughing up some money. You got to keep your mouth closed, mind your business. So how do you go around altercations and, what I'm saying, like how we call it, checking somebody or putting them in a place for even talking down on your name or something like that? Like, do you guys do that in secret? Like, do y'all have a way of moving around? Like, is it on some mob type stuff? Like, we're going to pull up and we're going to have this conversation in the dark alley somewhere.
I don't know, but that's a hard one.
It is tough.
Image harm. Here were 2 examples that actually happened in Japan. Case 1, in 2018, a person was having an affair and it was posted on social media by a third party. Although the affair was happening, the person sued the third party for defamation. The Tokyo District Court judged for the plaintiff and was awarded 100,000 yen, about $820 today.
Oh, okay.
And case 2, a quasi-rape incident occurred in an event circle. Quasi-rape, by Japanese definition, is a crime of committing sexual intercourse, anal intercourse, oral sex with another who's passed out under the influence of such as alcohol and lost consciousness to resist or was not able to resist. A magazine published an anonymous report about the incident without giving the subject's real name. In this case, although the incident happened and the subject was anonymous in the report, the court still awarded for the subject, as it was judged that the subject could be identified by judging the totality of the circumstances, and received a total of 4.4 million yen for defamation damages.
And he did it! How you award a rapist?
I don't know. This is a different one. This is tough.
What? Oh my lord.
This is definitely tough. Like, I don't even know how to even comment. Like, this is some chessboards that's pretty locked. Like, you can't really make a move on this. I don't know what to say.
So a person did this crime. A person did this crime. It was anonymously published, and that person got $36,000.
That's wild. That's wild. Like, that's wild. They just retired a rapist.
For a year, I guess.
For a year.
Oh my God, that's
like what is the like? So
don't talk about nobody, basically.
It's not even just that. Like, what about crimes? Like, how do you guys report crimes without it coming back and biting you?
Well, I guess reporting it would hopefully be excused. I mean,
I don't see how this is coming out
like a report, huh? That's interesting.
It sounds like the bar is set out here for freedom. And I'm going to say that because it's like there's no running around. Like, if a crime is set, you can go report it and the person can sue that individual. Boom. So crimes are still available to happen and no one can get in trouble for it. If someone picks up a little girl and they see it, boom. First of all, is she over age of 13? Okay, you can't say nothing. Right. Secondly, are you talking down on the person who picked her up? Like, how y'all running around this type of stuff?
Oh, do y'all have Facebook? Do y'all gossip on Facebook?
I bet they do. I think gossip is still a thing, but I don't think it's
defamation.
I think they know how to do it.
Like, in United States, a lot of people be getting called out on Facebook. So I
think that's like a slang that we're not getting out of this conversation because
I don't know.
They say something. They talking. Everybody got something to say.
Japan off the chain, baby.
$36,000 Maybe not necessarily illegal around the world, but I thought this one was worth mentioning. So yeah, if you're in Japan and someone's talking that shiz, you may be able to do something about it. Before I continue on, I want to give a quick shout out to my regular sponsor, Boksu. If y'all don't already know, Boksu provide a gourmet experience of Japanese snacks and tea pairings delivered to your front door. They work with traditional Japanese factories, some over 100 years old, to provide you with authentic Japanese flavors. And each multi-box has its own unique theme, so you get new snacks each and every time. First-time users will get a Seasons of Japan box, and after that, you'll get a theme box like this. These boxes are
I didn't get it because I'm like, what?
It's a and a pan. Just skillet.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking because I call it a skillet.
In your box, depending on the package you choose. And they're all handpicked from all over Japan to deliver you unique and local Japanese flavors. So get $15 off your own authentic Japanese subscription snack box from Boksu by using my code PAOLO15 and link in the description. Number 4. Food. Now, this one is quite a sensitive topic for many people, so I'm going to try to tread lightly. In Japan, hunting whale and dolphins as well as eating seal and sea lion is completely legal. Although it's part of the diet for some Japanese, it's probably safe to say that most don't eat it regularly. Yet, it's still usually found in shops and some restaurants. Even a quick search on Amazon will yield results for some of these animals. On the other hand, shark fin, also legal to eat in Japan, probably more commonly eaten, and I think it's fair to say that many Japanese consider it a delicious food, as it's easily found on menus, probably most commonly found in Chinese restaurants throughout Japan. But since it's such an expensive delicacy here, Japanese probably won't be eating it regularly. In regards to whaling specifically, Joji Morishita, who negotiated Japan's withdrawal from the International Whaling Commission, said in Japan the whale eating issue is a symbol of respect for different cultures. And many people in Japan think it's not right for people from outside to impose food culture on other places. Whether you agree with any of this or not, the simple fact is, at this time, it's legal to eat these foods here in Japan. And number 5, cigarettes. So these days, we all pretty much know that cigarettes are not that good for you. Many places around the world have laws protecting citizens, including children, from cigarettes and secondhand smoke. But Japan, although not there yet, is slowly catching up. There are still things that you can do legally here in Japan when it comes to cigarettes that aren't necessarily legal in other parts of the world. In Japan, you can still buy cigarettes from vending machines. Granted, you have a TASPO photo ID card and you're of age. Also, although most indoor smoking as of 2020 has been prohibited, you can still smoke in hotel rooms, cigar bars, and even some small-sized restaurants and bars that were open before April 2020. I don't know though. I feel like there's still a lot of restaurants and bars all throughout Japan that were open before 2020. Either way, Japan has come a long way from where it was just a few years ago, when wherever you went indoors, you can pretty much smoke inside. Anyways, those are things that you can legally do in Japan that may be illegal in other parts of the world. If you guys like this video, like always, help me out and hit that like button if you guys want to see more videos like this or anything related to Japan.
Definitely hit the like button, you guys. Support them, you know what I'm saying, because we do show love to the ones who we watch. I got a comment to make though. Like, Japan is so far ahead of their time, in my perspective.
I've always thought that.
They always, like, even when as they walking around, though it has like that New York vibe almost, they look like they're still inside.
Yeah.
Because everything is just so, like, their buildings is never ending. Skyscrapers, everything.
I've always thought they've been so far ahead of us with like electronics, you know. Like, I remember like being young, watching Rush Hour and, you know, things like that, and just seeing, you know, everything. And they have a vending machine for cigarettes.
Yes, I know a lot of great ideas do come from Japan, and like, if you can get your hands on one invention out there that they made, you could probably make yourself millions out here because it never touched. Yes. Really. So, but these top 5.
Jeez.
Now I'm not.
It was heavy.
Yeah, it was very heavy. I'm not the one to make, you know, any crazy comments, but now I know that we can't. You know what I'm saying? Because come by there's another honey almost.
Oh God. So yeah, y'all let us know what y'all thought about this.
Definitely.
All right. Let's continue this conversation in the comment section below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. We have enabled our super thanks if you would like to support the channel that way. And we have our mailing address in the description box below if you would like to send us anything. We'll see you soon. Peace.